People have accused me
You hear,
of
man?
steroid use since I was 17. It is a
Damn.
genetic thing. You know, my body just doesn't hold any fat.
He was a monster because he
He said his body don't hold no fat.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap right now.
Hold on. He said he been accused. Hold on. Hey, man.
Genetic thing. You know, my body just doesn't hold any fat.
He was a monster because he was huge, he was powerful and fast, but he was also supremely skilled.
Did you eat more horse meat too?
Cow beef, horse beef.
Jeff,
Horse is
ever had
very
horse
good
meat?
protein.
Horse meat?
No doubt.
And there's not a chance in hell that guy was natural. He was not natural at all. There's no way. No way.
In the world of combat,
He said it's genetics. Look, bro, y'all told me to watch Alistair Overeem. We are here, bro. We are here. Let me know who y'all want to react to next. Anybody want to discover any highlights? Let me know, but we here.
at sports, few
started off
stories
like
are as
this?
turbulent and dramatic as that of Alistair Overeem.
He do
A
look
towering
big,
figure
though.
once
That bitch
feared
like
for
an
his
action
devastating
figure.
strikes, Overeem's journey from a bullied youth to world champion and eventually to a humbled veteran reads like an epic saga. A tale of glory, controversy, reinvention, and the relentless pursuit of greatness. But before we delve into the legend, if you live for stories of sacrifice, redemption, and raw human grit, hit that like button and subscribe. Now let's step into the world of Alistair Overeem. Born on
Y'all
May
bullies
17,
be creating
1980
monsters.
in Hounslow, England, to a Jamaican father and Dutch mother, Overeem moved to the Netherlands at age 6 after his parents' divorce.
Me, my brother, and my mother moved to Holland, and I've lived here ever since.
Growing up in Amsterdam, he was introverted, bullied, and involved in street fights. At 15, a violent bar fight left him with scars and 20 stitches.
Can I get a lot of questions asking about the scar? A long time ago, somebody hit me in the face with a glass. It went straight through, actually. 20 stitches. About the guy, I found him a couple times, short time later.
Prompting his older brother Valentine to intervene
What that
and
mean?
bring him to a gym.
Hold on, his brother who? Hold on, let me see. His brother look like he action figure too.
Short time later.
Prompting his
Look at him. It might be genetics. Or his brother doing it too. Because
older
his brother
brother
look
Valentine to
cock decent.
intervene and bring him to a gym.
My fighting career started when I was 15. My brother took me to the gym to learn how to defend myself.
Trained by martial arts legends like Chris Dolman and Boss Rutan, Overeem channeled his aggression into discipline techniques.
Did you have a unique relationship with Boss Rutan? Did you guys have a training relationship,
Boss Rutan.
friendship?
And we trained for a little bit. My brother actually took me.
Did you start off?
The palm god. I ain't gonna lie. Bash rooting, bro. Y'all, hey. Y'all little YNs don't be, y'all gotta start doing y'all history checks.
Kickboxing and wrestling when I was
Bash
15.
rooting.
Despite initially struggling with the sport, he found his purpose in judo, kickboxing, and MMA. At 19, he abandoned plans to join the army and pursued fighting full-time.
At the age of 17, I had my first professional kickboxing fight.
In October 1999, he made his MMA debut, winning via guillotine choke in just 1 minute, 39
What?
seconds.
My first MMA fight was when at the age of 19. And I really created the mentality of do or die. Never give up, never surrender.
In the early 2000s, Overeem made a name for himself in Japan's Pride Fighting Championships, known for his explosive knee strikes and submission skills.
Bro, you had some of the most lethal knees in the clinch I've ever seen until obviously K1, I think, banned him.
I'm gonna
They
be
bent
100. I
knees?
was always worried that I
Oh!
had to fight you in pride, and I said, now I had to watch out for those knees.
His Pride debut in 2000 KO win, and he quickly faced top names like Chuck Liddell. At just 23, he suffered a knockout in their 2003 tournament.
Chuck Liddell knocked
revealing
him
his
out?
talent but need for growth.
I was 23 when I fought him. Didn't know anything. Training was not good. No strength and conditioning.
Over the next few years, Overeem earned impressive wins, including submissions over Vitor Belfort and Igor Vovchanchin, and advanced to the
Igor Vovchanchin. Somebody told me to watch somebody named Igor or something, but I don't know if that's the same person. But bro, Chuck Liddell was really out here. Hey, Chuck Liddell, y'all put some respect on Chuck Liddell's name.
the
For real.
semifinals of Pride's 2005 Grand Prix.
How are you submitting all these black belts?
I focused on the guillotine and I kind of mastered it. And I kind of found some little tricks and tweaks. And then, yeah, if you're too late, then it just sinks in.
However, he often struggled with stamina and defense, losing to fighters like Mauricio Shogun Rua, Antonio
Shogun.
Rogerio Nogueira, and Ricardo Arona.
Fights were
We gotta watch
less
Shogun.
successful. I was losing fights against people I didn't have to lose to. private circumstance. My mother got sick, she got cancer. Second of all, my body was overtrained. I had 6 fights in 6 months.
By 2007, Overeem had experienced both significant victories and knockouts, proving his fearless attitude but also exposing his vulnerabilities. With Pride's dissolution, he made a pivotal decision to move up to the heavyweight division and reinvent himself, setting the stage for a remarkable transformation.
Started to change things. Started to change things drastically. Changed my trainers. Changed.
Oh my, bro! Look at his arms. He don't even look real, bro. He don't even look real. I'm keeping on. He don't.
That was draining my energy. I changed the weight class. I went from light heavyweight to heavyweight. Being a natural heavyweight, cutting the weight cost a lot of energy. My previous trainer was in favor of doing that, but it wasn't working out anymore. So I chose to go to heavyweight.
Between 2007 and 2009, Alistair Overeem underwent a dramatic transformation, gaining 40 pounds of muscle and becoming a heavyweight powerhouse. Fans dubbed him Ubereem due to his massive physique, which
he looked like an action figure. I am a monster. I will be back. Yo, this man really look like he's not real. Let me know in the comments what y'all think, bro. The over under on him doing steroids. The over under, what y'all taking? If y'all had to put money on it, y'all taking the over under he did steroids, bro. Ubereem.
He attributed to a diet rich in horse meat, a common dish in the Netherlands.
Everyone's like, you know, you're taking steroids, how are you getting so big? And he had this whole theory, and he was telling people that he was this horse meat, and that's why he started getting bigger. So people like idiots started horse meat like him because they didn't understand, because they thought they're going to become like him.
Alistair, what are you making?
Beef. Beef makes you strong.
Did you eat horse meat too? You know, I don't think I've ever had
Horse is very good
meat.
protein. Better than beef.
So if you eat like 6 or 7 times a day, you'll get big.
You'll get big, no doubt. Also, it's a little bit genetic. My mother is a strong woman, big. My grandma.
Is that his mama? Or is that...
Stop the cap.
Family very big. When you're little, like you, it's hard to get big.
Well, your mama is like 5'8", 130. This man says genetics, bro. He can't get fat. Understand, boy. I ain't mad at him.
9 o'clock in the morning, 10 o'clock in the morning.
You get that big, bro.
After training, I eat immediately. Then I go home, sleep. But before I sleep, I eat. That's number 4. Then when I wake up, I eat. Then I train again. Then I eat again after training, number 6. Then I go home, I eat big, number 7. And then I eat again before I go to bed, number 8.
While the MMA world chuckled, whispers of steroid use followed, with UFC commentator Joe Rogan speculating about chemical agents behind his gains.
The pre-USADA and post-USADA days are so interesting. Even though they outlawed testosterone, there's still guys like Overeem. There's not a chance in hell that guy was natural. He was not natural at all. There's no way. No way.
I used to fight over there with Alistair, right? And he was like the bony 205er.
Yeah, he was thin.
Yeah, he was thin. Then one day I saw him like, God damn, what the fuck you doing? He's like, horse meat. I'm like, okay, buddy.
Regardless of the source, Overeem became an unstoppable force. By 2010, Overeem's career skyrocketed. He won the Strikeforce Heavyweight Championship in 2007 and dominated both MMA and kickboxing, defeating top opponents like Paul Buentello and Badr Hari.
I love to fight. There's still a lot of achievements I want to get. There's a dream title, there's the K1 title, and ultimately the UFC title, and of course, I'm making money.
That year, he became the first fighter to hold major world titles in both MMA and K1 kickboxing simultaneously, earning the K1 World Grand Prix Championship.
Overeem's fucking good. Yeah. He's good.
So explain to me why Grand Prix K1 champion is just so much better.
It's the biggest of the big of all, especially at the time. But at the time when he won it, it was Badr Hari, Gokhan Saki, the fucking best of the best. Some of the greatest strikers of all time. His striking is no fucking joke.
Overeem also claimed the Dream Interim Heavyweight Championship by knocking out Todd Duffy in 19 seconds.
Former K1 World Grand Prix champion, Strikeforce Heavyweight champ, Dream Heavyweight champ, held all 3 belts at the same time. That is one of the craziest feats in MMA history.
By the end of 2010, he was hailed as the best heavyweight in the world and called for a showdown with Fedor Emelianenko, setting the stage for the next.
He want to fight the last emperor? Is he insane out his mind? Is he cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs? Oh man,
His
the
chapter
Emperor
in his
about to do him
legendary
bad.
career.
I'm sorry.
I've been challenging
I got
Fedor,
money on the
trying to
Emperor.
Fight him for a year and a half. He's like
I don't
the
remember
legend ever. Yeah, the
in that
unbeatable
video
guy.
if I straight.
Alistair Overeem is without a doubt the best striker that's ever entered into martial arts.
Is there any sense of urgency getting
Fedor put
Alistair
people
Overeem
down
in the organization right now when he's as smoking hot as he is?
I like Alistair Overeem. There's no urgency on my part to get him into the UFC. Anybody that isn't in the UFC gets overhyped by the media all the time. First of all, Alistair's under contract with another company. When's the last time you saw him fight there in the United States? You know what I mean? He's under contract as their heavyweight champion, and he's not fighting. I actually find it hilarious that he's ranked in the top 10 by some of the websites. I find it hilarious. What has he done in MMA to be ranked in the top 10? That's what makes the mixed martial arts media fucking stupid. That they would even rank this guy in the top 10 in the heavyweight division because he's fighting in K1. That makes absolutely no fucking sense, and I would love to hear somebody make sense of this guy being ranked in the top 10. How about the fact that he's fighting in K1 where you just kick and punch, and there's no wrestling, there's no this, there's no that? I mean,
he can wrestle though.
Does any credible fucking MMA guy put him in the top 10 in the heavyweight division? It's
Damn.
hilarious.
The years 2011 to 2012 marked a tumultuous chapter in Overeem's career.
All right, well, you got to wait till April 9th to fight, but the action begins this Saturday night in New Jersey. Fedor Emelianenko against Antonio Silva. If Fedor Emelianenko takes care of business this weekend and you do the same on April 9th, that would set up a semifinal between the champion Overeem and Fedor Emelianenko. Well,
That might
Fedor
be a
has
crazy
requested,
fight.
though, now if you guys fight, that you undergo a third-party administered drug test prior to the fight. What was your reaction when you heard about that request from M1 Global?
Dead by
I
knocking
always
people out.
complied with all the rules and regulations, and there's been no problem. So.
All right, well, the first order of business, obviously, is Fabricio Verdum. All right, well, you haven't lost a fight since 2007. Your last 9 have all ended in the first round. If you could fight any non-Strikeforce heavyweight, would Cain Velasquez
First round?
It would be 2 guys. Cain Velasquez 1, and number 2, Brock Lesnar.
Brock Lesnar. I think a lot of people would line up, come out in droves to see that one.
After winning his Grand Prix quarterfinal against Fabricio Verdum, he was unexpectedly removed from the tournament.
My thing was that I had an injury. Yeah, basically before the Verdum fight, I broke my toe 1 month before, also a bad fracture. I wanted to fight. I wanted to be in the Strikeforce GP.
He didn't want to fight Fedor.
promised me that the second round was going to be in October, and that granted me time to heal up.
What happened after? I couldn't.
He won't fight
continue
Fedor
in the tournament. So
he
then I
wanted
got
smoke.
fired, either or cut, released.
Basically, then there were some threats from the side of Strikeforce. If you're not going to compete in September 10, we're going to cut you from the tournament. Well, my first reaction was, well, I'm not going to be fit to fight September 10, so then you're going to have to go ahead and continue the tournament without me. Then the communication harshened a little bit. It was like, if you don't compete in the tournament, you're going to be cut from Strikeforce entirely. That was really like a threat. So I was, well, then go ahead and cut me.
Cut you?
No, not Scott, Dana.
Oh,
he brought the organization, right?
But he cut me, and then I re-signed with the UFC.
There were some contract negotiations for an extension in Strikeforce. There was a lot of terms in there which we could not live with. One was its exclusivity to fight for Strikeforce. The UFC is where the top guys are. That's my ultimate goal, to become the UFC champion.
But you mentioned the UFC, and now, of course, they are owners of Strikeforce. Do you want to get back in with them and work out something so that you can fight at the top level of the UFC and maybe get that belt?
Of course I want to go to the UFC. It's up to, does the UFC want me? I'm willing to go wherever the top guys are. My next contract, Strikeforce contract, is what they couldn't work out, and after that I was released.
This led to his release, but it coincided with the UFC absorbing Strikeforce, allowing Overeem to sign with the UFC in September 2011.
Look at the size of fucking Alistair Overeem. Look at the size of this guy. He's fucking huge.
I'm not that big.
Brock is bigger. Brock is bigger. You're right.
His highly anticipated UFC debut came in December
It's 'cause Rock
2011
like
against
6'3".
Brock Lesnar.
Alistair Overeem fought Brock. That was the steroid Olympics. Those 2 guys together inside the octagon.
Yo, Joe Rogan be keeping it $150, ain't it? Nah, they was really heavy like that on the steroids. You saw it wasn't testing like that. When you saw that? What year you saw testing?
Jesus
heavy?
Christ!
Oh my God!
Jesus Christ!
They look like 2
when
action
Overeem
figures.
was standing there flexing on the scale, you're like, what in the fuck is he on? Like right there, what? Saucy as fuck when he's flexing on stage. That's when he was Ubereem. But he was so good too. He's so skilled. It wasn't just a guy on juice. It's a guy on juice who was a K1 Grand Prix champion.
Overeem dominated,
Horse meat, man.
securing a first-round TKO victory that
he
left
beat
Lesnar
Brock.
retired from MMA.
How strong was Brock Lesnar when you were fighting him?
I didn't feel his strength.
Why is that?
Okay, so sometimes you're in a certain flow, nobody can touch you.
Wow.
That was apparently that night for me.
Overeem declared he was coming for the UFC title next. However, controversy soon followed. In 2012, Overeem failed a pre-fight drug test for a title bout against Junior Dos Santos with a testosterone to epitestosterone ratio of 14-1, double the allowed limit.
Damn!
And when Overeem went
double the allowed limit. Nigga, Overeem, bruh. It's horse meat, bruh. It's it.
Was asked to stay for the testing at the press conference. You said that he sped away from the arena.
The atrium of the MGM, yes.
That was witnessed by you or witnessed by another? Okay.
By myself and everyone else there.
The way he beat Brock.
He said, where the heck did he go? So I called the chairman who had just left the building. He said, Keith, I witnessed that as well, and you let him know that if he doesn't get back here right away, it's a positive test.
There is not a goddamn drug testing agent alive that would have been, grab him, hold him down.
He's clearly over 9,000.
Hold on to that guy.
Hell, hold on
to a needle in his vein?
Dude,
Hell
just
no.
like ping, just bends.
He was so jacked. He was not natural at all. There's no way. No way. Especially when he fought Brock Lesnar. But somehow or another he passed the test.
He beat though. Breaks off Brock Lesnar.
Told us this afternoon this is, quote, relatively new.
Let me know in the comments y'all think UFC was like, bro, we need that fight to happen. Brock Lesnar, Overeem, so this let him pass. So y'all think he was clean and then started doing it. What y'all? I don't know. I don't be trying to say they be using it. I be, trying to be funny sometimes, but I don't be knowing. I don't be trying to discredit people fighting and stuff like that. But Joe Rogan said he was doing it. Joe Rogan, the legend.
Program. As you probably know by now, UFC heavyweight contender Alistair Overeem is the first casualty.
The number of 14-1 that's been reported online of testosterone.
14-1?
Is obviously there's something going on. If there is a logical explanation for it that we're not aware of, he has his chance. He has his hearing, and you gotta let the man talk.
You got Bash Root on this?
I don't know. I have no information other than what you guys have.
You just look at these two photos of Alistair Overeem, and either P90X really works, and it puts something in his body. This sport is about honor, technique, and discipline. When did it become about who uses the better PEDs and who can pass the test better than the other guy?
Despite his team's explanation, the Nevada State Athletic Commission suspended him for 9 months, derailing his title shot. Additionally, Overeem was involved in a nightclub altercation and had a history of violent incidents, including a 2009 brawl with bouncers in the Netherlands. These events tarnished his once unstoppable reputation.
Why is bouncers trying to fight Alistair Overeem? All of them in the hospital, all 5. Yo.
Turning Ubereem into a symbol of controversy both inside and outside the cage. After serving his 9-month suspension in 2012, Overeem returned to the UFC, but his physique was notably slimmer than before, fueling rumors that stricter drug testing had deflated his Ubereem version.
I think he changed a lot after the special juice in the morning, and when the breakfast have a special juice, he's a big difference now.
When UFC brought in USADA, all that changed, and people's physiques melted. They changed radically. Alistair Overeem's the greatest example. Yeah. And he was Ubereem, 260, solid as fuck, ripped, and just one of the more elite strikers on planet Earth. And then they make him take the drug test.
It do look more flatter, and you can see that his muscles, his muscles that were stretching his arms, you can tell they went down because you see the stretch marks. That's insane. Bro, what? The fact that you can see the scratch marks on his arm.
Good fighting skills. I mean, he wasn't the Ubereem anymore, this destroyer.
Did it bother you that some of your peers were going on the record saying that you were created in a lab and
created in a lab?
People can talk all I want.
In his first fight back, Overeem dominated Antonio Bigfoot Silva for 2 rounds, but suffered a shocking knockout in the 3rd, marking a humbling loss. He then faced
my God, he got knocked out!
In his first fight back, Overeem dominated Antonio Bigfoot Silva for 2 rounds, but suffered a shocking loss. He then faced Travis Brown in 2013 knockout. These two
flunked him to the face.
Defeats raised doubts about Overeem's ability to withstand the UFC's elite.
If you don't have confidence, your technique doesn't come off right. You hesitate, and that's why people do steroids. And cheaters everywhere, they feel like they're invincible, and then you just, you don't think when you throw a right hand, you just, it comes off clean. You've seen it with Overeem when he's in Japan and K1. He's the most confident, killer. He's coming forward, and he just doesn't care what you have, and he's going to take it, and he's going to destroy you. He's in the UFC, he just dances around and prances, and he's scared to really, engage.
Overeem's just not the same guy anymore,
No,
clearly.
he's not. He does not perform at the same level as he does. He was always super technical, highly skilled.
Despite this, Overeem persevered. In 2014, after switching training camps, he earned a decision victory over Frank Mir and knockout wins over Stefan Struve and Roy Nelson. His resurgence continued, and by 2015 he knocked out Junior Dos Santos and Andrei Arlovsky, earning a title shot against Stipe Miocic in 2016. Overeem dropped Stipe early, nearly finishing him with a guillotine, but was knocked out later in the round. And his claim of Stipe tapping out during his guillotine choke was debunked, adding to his frustration.
You had him hurt. Give us your thoughts on what happened.
There's one thing I can't say about the fight. I believe when I punched him and he went down, I got him in a guillotine choke, and I clearly felt a tap. The ref didn't see it, the ref didn't jump in.
We'll take a look at the whole thing in slow motion. Tell us when you see the tap. Here it is, you got it locked up. Did you see it there?
Stop the count.
Where do you see the tap? That looks like he's trying to find his way through your arms.
Stop the count.
But it didn't look like a tap to us.
From 2017 onward, Overeem became a respected veteran.
I'm kind of distancing myself from negativity. I'm very much focused on myself, very much focused on positive.
Overeem!
Development's positive.
What are you doing?
He had strong wins, like knocking out Mark Hunt, but also suffered
He put
devastating
Mark Hunt
losses,
down.
including a brutal knockout by Francis Ngannou in 2017.
Try to get a matchup with Ngannou.
Ow! Ow! I didn't mean to scream. I'm sorry for screaming like that. Oh my God. That last punch on the ground was disgusting. He's
fatality.
But also suffered devastating losses, including a brutal knockout by Francis Ngannou in 2017.
Try to get a matchup with Ngannou.
Boom! Ooh, that hammer fist was nasty. Never in my life do I want to ever. I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man.
Ngannou in 2017.
Try to get a matchup with Ngannou. Ubereem. Francis Ngannou.
It was one mistake.
Did you feel like you underestimated his striking?
No, well, I had a game plan, but it was just one mistake. One attack too much.
And a TKO loss to Curtis Blades in 2018.
Damn.
Despite these setbacks, Overeem remained a top 10 heavyweight.
There's only so much your body can do if you're not supplementing your hormones after a certain age.
Except for our boy Overeem.
Well, he's figured out a way to get down to 240 pounds. And maybe he doesn't have as much power. Is technically, like as a striker,
ooh, that overhand is nasty.
Very high level.
He's more technical than anyone in the UFC. He's a guy where this strict drug testing kicks in. You can see a physical change, and he's still doing well.
Well, he's better.
Earning victories over Sergey Pavlovich and Walt Harris. In his 2019 fight against Jairzinho Rozenstruik, he was moments away from victory before being knocked out in the final seconds, symbolizing the fine line between success and failure in heavyweight MMA.
Alistair won the first 3 rounds of the fight.
He just can't finish. He ain't got enough power to knock him out in the first round. So
in February 2021 against Alexander Volkov. Following his knockout loss, the UFC
yeah,
decided
not that
to release him.
Alistair Overeem and Cigano, Junior Dos Santos are no longer with the UFC. It kind of came out of nowhere as a fan. What happened behind the scenes there?
No, nothing happened behind the scenes. They're both great guys that have had incredible careers here. People get cut every week. Recently, you look at their age, you look at everything that's going on. I think those two are pretty self-explanatory. Alistair Overeem never said no to a fight. Nothing but amazing things to say about both guys.
After leaving the UFC, Overeem surprised fans by returning to kickboxing in 2022, signing with Glory Kickboxing. In October, he fought his old rival Badr
came
Hari
back, bro. Why do they always? It's the love of the game, man. They love it too much. They always come back.
Trilogy bout, winning by decision after knocking Hari down multiple times. However, his victory was short-lived. Overeem tested positive for a banned substance after the fight, and Glory overturned the result to a no contest, also issuing him a 1-year suspension. This marked a disappointing end to his competitive career, with doping controversy once again clouding his achievements.
As Dana once said, it's a young man's sport. Even though I still love the sports, I love training, I love everything about it. I also have to be realistic, and my time is coming to an end.
In mid-2023, Overeem announced his retirement from fighting. Around the same time, photos surfaced showing him shockingly slim, leading to concerns about his health. Overeem clarified that he had undergone a significant lifestyle change, shedding weight and adopting a new vegan diet and wellness regimen. He spoke about his detox program, which
what the fuck?
included seaweed-based supplements aimed at eliminating parasites from his body. Overeem claimed the diet had improved his health, and he no longer craved meat.
Totally changed up my diet. I became vegetarian also. I have no desire to eat meat anymore.
His transformation involved losing 40 to 50 pounds, bringing his weight to around 210 to 220 pounds, a stark contrast to his former hulking physique.
Have you seen him now? Alistair now is a vegan. He lost 60 pounds of muscle. He's lost so much weight. It's crazy. And he only eats vegetables now. He's like,
no meat.
He's like, meat is bad for you. I'm like, no, it's not. Who are you talking to?
Oh, man.
Let me give some really good scientists that fucking actually understand nutrition. I mean, I think he's probably natural now.
Overeem, now 43, expressed that he was the healthiest he had
look
ever
healthy,
been
though.
and was
He look
focusing
good,
on
though.
longevity rather than fighting. He spoke about
look
enjoying a
good,
new phase
though.
of life free from the strain of heavyweight training and hinted at promoting health and wellness rather than chasing
boy look
championships.
good.
Initially, I just kind of found out.
I didn't even know he
hey, the body heals itself in rest. So then you need to figure out what is rest and what is not rest. Well, rest is when you're sleeping, when you're actually not putting too much stress on the body, right? When you're eating, it's a form of stress. When you're training, it's a form of stress. But when you just disengage from those activities, your body will actually heal itself. When you're on your phone screen, there's not good rest because that's mental. Your mental capacity is activated, so that takes away from your rest. If I knew that all during my fight career, I would be undefeated. I mean, what matters the most? Health. But you only know it when you don't have it, right?
He admitted that fighting was no longer his passion and embraced this new chapter in his life.
They'll pay you big money, man.
Yeah, but it's not about the money. It's about goals. I have different goals now. We'll get into that. And I want this longevity. So fighting doesn't match me. I have great plans, big plans. I'm executing those plans. Need my brain for that.
Yeah.
I don't want to get hit more. I got hit for 30 years.
And so, the saga of
fact.
Alistair Overeem comes to a close, not with a
Happy for my
championship
boy.
belt around his waist,
Won the
but with a
legends.
contented ex-fighter finding peace outside the limelight.
Well, I got him
Overeem
right there,
retires
man.
with a professional MMA record of 47 wins and 19 losses, along with 14 kickboxing victories. Yet, numbers hardly tell the story. He was a champion in Strikeforce, Dream, and K1, the only man to achieve that trifecta. He challenged for UFC gold and faced everyone from Pride legends to the new breed of UFC stars across 2 decades. He has been the feared young destroyer, the seasoned tactician, and the aging underdog. He's delivered unforgettable knockouts and, unfortunately, absorbed some brutal ones as well.
Yeah,
Through it
brutal.
all, Overeem's resilience stood out. Every time he was counted out, he found a way to reinvent himself. Physically, mentally, or both. Overeem's life also serves as a cautionary tale about the extremes of professional fighting. He reached unfathomable physical peaks, the Ubereem era where opponents quaked at his stare-downs, but paid a price with his body, evident in countless knockouts and dramatic weight fluctuations. He faced scrutiny and scandal from horse meat jokes to the very real doping suspensions that are part of his narrative. Yet, as he steps away, Overeem has found something more valuable than titles. Balance. From the boy who fought in bars to the man who preaches about alkaline diets, Overeem's evolution has been extraordinary. Love him or critique him, he remains a fascinating figure in combat sports. Alistair Overeem leaves behind a legacy as one of the most accomplished and complex heavyweights in fighting history. His story reminds us that for those who dare to push the limits, whether of their body or their sport, the journey itself becomes the ultimate prize. If you enjoyed the video,
That's the
make
whole
sure to
thing.
check
It's
out
the journey, bro. People forget that, though. It's the journey. People forget the journey, bro. I know you want the prize at the end, but enjoy the journey. You feel me? But, bro, this is crazy. I think I don't remember ever watching him. I remember seeing him, though, before. Like, seeing people talking about him, bro. He was big as fuck. I ain't never thought he did steroids, though, but, bro, that horse meat serious, ain't it? That horse meat so crazy. So, do y'all use that against him? When y'all ranking these fighters? Yeah, I'm asking because I don't know how people be ranking sometimes. They be mad at John Jones, stuff like that. So let me know in the comments where y'all gotta rank that. The steroids hinder his rankings. Let me know. But I'm gonna see y'all next one. Y'all already know what's going on.